V-Star, since its release in Astral Radiance, has been an absolute beast, winning tournaments in Melbourne, Australia. It was the first time in the modern era that all 8 decks in the top 8 were Palkia based. We've now got at least 2 sort of archetypes for playing Palkia V-Star, with the Inteleon build, with the Mew build. Both of them are a ton of fun to play. Both of them are very strong. And it kind of begs the question, is Palkia V-Star too powerful? And I will say, as someone who didn't have Palkia cards until relatively recently, I felt like, no, Palkia, not as strong. Yes, Palkia hits really hard, and Palkia can hit for up to 290 with a choice belt, 260 by itself. Does have that one-hit KO potential, and it does have Star Portal. I felt like, relative to, say, Mew or Arceus, it wasn't as strong, because Arceus can grab 2 cards, like any 2 cards, and it just kind of gives you more routes and options. Mew can copy moves, it can hit for over 300 damage, or can just like take itself off the board if it needs to. And Palkia is a little more limited in that sense, that you can only grab 3 water energy from the discard, but it does give you plays that Arceus and Mew do not. I think the ability to grab 3 energy from the discard and either power up another Palkia, power up an Inteleon, power up a Starmie, power up a Greninja, kind of opens up all of these different routes of play that Mew and Arceus don't have, which is really interesting to play with and experience. And it does lead to a lot of options and makes it a lot of fun to play. But is it too strong? I don't think so. I still feel like, yeah, if I had to choose just one archetype, I would probably still pick Arceus over a Palkia, just in the sense that it does have the ability to grab 2 cards, and it's so versatile. You can play Arceus in pretty much any deck, and you can make any deck really good. Mew is still very much an all-around deck that can kind of do everything. Palkia is, I think, debatably better than both of those in a way, but I don't think it is definitively the best deck in the game. I do think that it is absolutely a threat that needs to be checked, and we're now starting to see cards like Flying Pikachu, right? Like the Milwaukee, as I'm recording this, as I'm streaming this, the Milwaukee Regional Championships is happening right now, and the first place deck is Arceus Flying Pikachu. Palkia does get wrecked by electric Pokemon, and the range of electric decks isn't so great right now. But if you can just tech in a Flying Pikachu into an Arceus deck, you're good. Or a Raikou into many other decks where it only takes 2 energy. It's not that hard to KO Palkia V-Star with a Raikou. And it seems like there's probably enough tech out there to bring Palkia back down to earth. Now, I'm not necessarily a pro player. I casually I follow the competitive scene, but I'm not like a top tier player or anything like that, just based on my experiences now playing the deck and watching other people play it. I think it is very strong, but I don't think it is a clear cut, this is definitively the best deck, we need to ban this from the game. It's definitely not in the same way that we were saying that about like the Mew Genesect deck, where Genesect can just draw a billion cards or anything like that. I think Palkia is just incredibly strong and a lot of fun to play. So that's kind of my take on where Palkia is in the meta right this second. Of course, things could change today as the championships happen, and maybe people are showing off the tech that beats it. Maybe Palkia players have some more sauce to make Palkia even stronger, to make it the definitive A1 deck. And there is more tech coming that's going to fight against Palkia. Magnezone V-Star is coming out in the next set, which maybe is the answer. And maybe we already have the answer. Who knows? But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on Palkia right now. And if you think it's do you think it's overrated? Do you think it is OP? Let me know in the chat or let me know in the comments what you think.